What's up guys, Bionic here, back with another Raid Shadow Legends build video. Now I want to go over my Occult Brawler. This champion is a fantastic poisoner, so obviously I am using him in the clan boss, but also in the Ice Golem. I'll show you guys in a bit. But again, I want to showcase all the builds on my account for a 100% free-to-play account, what it looks like over a year. So again, this is by no means the best gear that you are going to see. Instead, what you're going to see is the fine balance between all my champions and sort of what I can afford to have over this period of time. Okay, so first off, let's look at where I use him. Ice Golem, level 20, on auto with a 100% success rate. Okay, posted this about a month ago. Since then, I've had him being fine-tuned by Hell Hades as part of my Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss attempt. Unfortunately, I'm not quite there yet. I am missing a decreased attack A1 champion, but still, it's nice to see that I'm very close, okay? And now we're gonna go right into the gear. So being a clan boss champion, obviously this guy is going to have a 4-piece lifesteal set. Now, not too long ago, I showcased him in my Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss attempt, like I said, when Hell Hades took over my account. He had the chest from Arbiter, okay, which I since moved back to my Arbiter because this is my best speed chest and 6-star defense percent. Alright, because I was able to work it out with some gloves instead, defense percent gloves, 6-star, and use a lifesteal chest instead. Okay, so the speed is still just right, but anyway, let's go over each of the pieces real quick to see what kind of stats and substats we're looking at. Speed obviously is going to be important. Attack is important to some degree, but not a priority. Speed and defense here, you can see that this is not too great, but we just needed that extra speed. This is a decent shield with some speed, crit rate, HP, defense percent. Okay, so basically very good. Then I just showed you guys 6-star maxed out defense percent gloves with not so great substats, but then again I was mainly looking for the main stat. Same thing, chest, it's only a 5-star, another work in progress, a little bit of speed, and then we've got defense percent boots. Okay, so this is probably what you want to do on any type of support or offensive or attack based champion if you are trying to max out his survivability first, and then you're going to try and pump out the offensive stats. Okay, then we've got a flat defense ring, flat defense amulet, and of course a 6-star accuracy banner with some speed, so this is very good. Okay, so total stats overall 34,000 HP, 3,300 defense. It could be higher, but it's not that bad. Speed is just right for the Nightmare Clan boss. Crit rate is low, but then again, he has a skill which means that if he has 3 or more debuffs, he will sometimes, not sometimes, but basically ignore defense right onto, we'll look at it after, but he's also going to have a guaranteed crit. Okay, so for sure this would be better if it would be even higher, but I still cannot afford that. Okay, and then accuracy well above 220, so we are looking good. Now let's look at his skills. So this is a champion that I maxed out, and unfortunately I did not get lucky and I got the last cooldown, or the last one here. Apparently you do not want that because it'll mean that he can stack up a little bit more debuffs before he uses his A2, and if he does use his A2 and there's 4 debuffs, he's going to heal by 30% of the damage inflicted. Okay, so that's an additional heal which will give him more survivability, and so people assume that this is going to mean he will last longer. But even if he doesn't reach that, even with 1 debuff, he'll ignore 30% defense, which is really strong. 2 debuffs, he will kill the enemy, and that enemy cannot be revived. Not really good against a clan boss, but definitely good against the Ice Golem. And then 3 or more debuffs, it's always going to be critical. Okay, so this is what I meant by basically not the end of the world if my crit rate is a little bit lower, but I would definitely want to have the crit damage a little bit higher. All right, and then of course his passive is where all the magic happens. It will basically place 4-turn, a 5% poison for 4-turn on a 70% chance. Okay, and then for the masteries, these are the ones I have. Pretty typical for a type of poisoner for the clan boss. Okay, so obviously War Master and Life Drinker being very important, as well as Master Hexer. Alright, and finally, let's look at the Great Hall development, but first off, I don't think I've done this on the previous builds, but obviously being a rank 6 or fully geared, fully maxed out champion on my account, I will definitely use him in the Ogryn tribe crypt, alright? You can see that I'm not that far, but still, it's one of my rare Ogryn champions, which is maxed out, him and Skull Crusher, so obviously they're very good in there for now. I don't know if they're end game material for the faction wars, but still I definitely do use them in there. And finally, Great Hall bonus for the Spirit Affinity. We have maxed out accuracy. I've just increased the resist, which doesn't do much for a clan boss champion. Crit damage is low, could be higher. Defense getting there, attack not that important for now, and then HP also needs a lot of work. Currently I am in gold tier 4, okay? I explained this in my previous build videos. I usually end up being in gold tier 4 beginning of the week, and then as the week progresses I hit platinum in and out each day. So I'm just about there, but not quite today. Like, I mean, anyway, I'll get there soon enough, but it still does not impact my clan boss because I typically do them in the morning, or the main 2 keys. At that point I am in gold tier 4 anyways, so whether or not I hit platinum during that day doesn't really affect the 2 most important runs of the day. On most days I still do a 2 key nightmare clan boss. Sometimes the debuffs just don't work out because of the decreased attack from my Crimson Hell, and then I end up having to do a 3 key run on nightmare, but hey, it is what it is. So again guys, just another update of my account, the builds, my champions, where I'm at, sort of what I've been able to accomplish as a 100% free-to-play player over the course of the year. Hopefully you guys have learned something today. Please let me know in the comments below. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you guys later.